The rain, a relentless, icy curtain, hammered against the attic window, mirroring the tempest inside me. Not the kind of tempest born of anger, but a raw, bewildering ache. I just watched my father, a man I'd always known to be stoic, a mountain of unwavering resolve, break down, not sob, not weep, but shatter. He'd crumpled onto the worn floorboards, his shoulders heaving, a sound that ripped through the carefully constructed fabric of my reality. He'd been staring at a faded photograph, a man with eyes the color of summer twilight, a man I'd never seen before. "He was my life, Leo," my father had whispered, his voice a gravelly ruin, "before your mother, before you." The air in the attic, thick with the scent of dust and forgotten things, suddenly felt suffocating. And then the twist, the jarring, earth-shattering twist: my father, the man who'd taught me to throw a baseball, to change a tire, to be a man, was in love with another man. It wasn't a casual fondness, not a fleeting friendship. It was a love that had carved deep, indelible lines into his soul, a love he'd buried beneath decades of societal expectations, a love that had now, in the twilight of his life, resurfaced with the force of a tidal wave. I'd always thought my parents' marriage was a quiet, comfortable arrangement, a well-worn path. But now the path splintered, revealing a hidden, treacherous terrain. The photograph, the man's face, the raw, unfiltered grief, it was a revelation that turned my world upside down. I didn't know what to say, what to do. The silence stretched, heavy and pregnant. Then my father looked up at me, his eyes brimming with a desperate kind of honesty. "Don't make the same mistakes I did, Leo. Don't bury who you are." It was a warning, a plea, a confession, all rolled into one. I didn't know it then, but in that moment, in the damp, dusty attic, my own journey began, a journey that would lead me to a kiss, a single, devastatingly beautiful kiss that would irrevocably alter the course of my life. It was a kiss I wasn't ready for, a kiss that would force me to confront the hidden corners of my own heart, a kiss that would make me question everything I thought I knew about love, about myself. It was a kiss that would show me the stark, raw beauty of vulnerability, the terrifying, exhilarating freedom of being seen, truly seen. The weight of my father's secret, his unspoken love, hung in the air, a silent, powerful testament to the complexities of the human heart, a heart that I was about to discover, held within it a capacity for love I never knew existed. I felt the rain on the window, the cold seeping through the glass, and a chilling realization hit me. My father's hidden love wasn't just his secret, it was a mirror reflecting a part of myself I'd been too afraid to acknowledge. The next few weeks were a blur, a disorienting swirl of unspoken questions and awkward silences. My father, usually a man of few words, became even more withdrawn, his eyes haunted by a past I couldn't fully comprehend. I found myself drawn to the attic, the dust-laden air now imbued with a strange, melancholic energy. I'd stare at the photograph, trying to decipher the man's smile, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners, searching for clues to a love story that had been buried alive. I started to notice things, subtle shifts in my own perception. The way my heart skipped a beat when a certain guy, Liam, walked into the coffee shop where I worked, the way his laughter, a low melodic rumble, resonated deep within me. I'd always dismissed these feelings as fleeting moments of admiration, nothing more. But now, with my father's revelation echoing in my ears, I couldn't ignore the nagging suspicion that there was something more, something deeper, something I'd been suppressing. One evening, Liam came into the shop, his eyes a little too bright, his smile a little too wide. He was nervous, a palpable tension radiating from him. He ordered a black coffee, his hands trembling slightly as he held the cup. "I need to tell you something, Leo," he said, his voice barely a whisper. My heart pounded against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the silence. He confessed, a rush of words tumbling out about how he'd been watching me, how he admired my quiet strength, my easy smile, how he'd fallen in love with me. The confession hung in the air, a fragile, trembling thing. And then another twist, a jolt that sent shivers down my spine. He knew about my father. He'd seen the photograph, the man with the twilight eyes, at an antique shop, recognized the look in my father's eyes from the picture, the look of a man deeply in love. He knew I'd been spending time in the attic, he knew about the hidden love. He pieced it together like a detective unraveling a complex mystery. He said, "Your father's love, it's a legacy, Leo, don't run from it." He wasn't judging, he was offering a hand, a bridge across a chasm I didn't even know existed. The weight of his words settled upon me, a heavy, undeniable truth. My carefully constructed walls began to crumble, revealing the raw, vulnerable heart beneath. I realized then with a startling clarity that my father's secret wasn't just his, it was a part of me, a hidden thread woven into the fabric of my being. It was a truth I couldn't deny, a truth that demanded to be acknowledged. The air in the coffee shop, thick with the aroma of roasted beans, suddenly felt charged, electric. Liam's eyes, warm and understanding, held mine, and in that moment I knew I just knew that my life was about to change forever. The rain had stopped, leaving behind a city washed clean, the streets reflecting the pale glow of the streetlights. Liam and I walked in silence, the unspoken words hanging heavy between us. We reached a park, a small oasis of green amidst the urban sprawl, and sat on a bench overlooking a still, dark pond. The silence stretched, but it wasn't uncomfortable anymore. It was a shared space, a quiet understanding. He turned to me, his eyes searching mine, a question unspoken. Leo, he began, his voice soft, hesitant, I know this is a lot, but I feel something for you, something real. My heart pounded, a frantic rhythm against my ribs. I wanted to say something, to articulate the whirlwind of emotions swirling within me, but the words caught in my throat. He leaned closer, his breath warm against my cheek, and then he kissed me. It wasn't a tentative, hesitant kiss, but a kiss that was both tender and fierce, a kiss that spoke of a longing that had been simmering beneath the surface. The world around us faded away, the city lights blurring into a soft, hazy glow. It was a kiss that shattered the carefully constructed walls I'd built around myself, a kiss that exposed the raw, vulnerable heart beneath. And then the twist, a dizzying, breathtaking twist. It wasn't just the kiss, but the feeling that followed, a sense of rightness, a sense of belonging, a sense of coming home. It wasn't just attraction, it was recognition, a deep, soul-stirring recognition that I had found something, someone I'd been searching for my entire life. It was a feeling that echoed my father's own words, the raw, unfiltered honesty of his love. It was as though in that moment the weight of his hidden love, his unspoken longing, had been lifted, transferred to me, a legacy I was now meant to carry forward. The fear, the confusion, the doubt, it all melted away, replaced by a sense of clarity, a sense of purpose. I knew with a certainty that resonated deep within my soul that I was in love. Not just with Liam, but with the possibility of a love that was honest, open, and true. It was a love that defied expectations, a love that broke the mold, a love that was mine. It was a love that was a testament to the resilience of the human heart, its capacity to find beauty and connection in the most unexpected places. The water in the pond reflected the moonlight, a shimmering, ethereal glow. I looked at Liam, his eyes filled with a tenderness that made my breath catch in my throat, and I knew with a certainty that defied all logic that I had found my home. The silence was broken, not by words, but by the quiet understanding that passed between us, a silent promise, a shared journey. It was a journey that began with a kiss, a single devastatingly beautiful kiss, a kiss that changed everything. The days that followed were a whirlwind of discovery, a hesitant, exhilarating dance of vulnerability and acceptance. Liam and I spent hours talking, sharing stories, dreams, and fears, peeling back the layers of our carefully constructed facades. He told me about his own struggles, the quiet battles he'd fought against societal expectations, the fear of being different, the longing for acceptance. I told him about my father, the hidden love that had shaped my understanding of the world, the weight of his unspoken emotions, the revelation that had shattered my preconceived notions of love and family. We explored the city, hand in hand, discovering hidden corners, secret gardens, and quiet cafes, each moment a testament to the burgeoning connection between us. The world, once a landscape of gray uncertainties, began to bloom with vibrant colors, the sounds of the city a symphony of life and possibility. I felt a sense of freedom, a lightness I'd never experienced before, a release from the invisible chains that had bound me to a life I didn't fully understand. We found comfort in each other's presence, a quiet understanding that transcended words. It was like finding a missing piece, a part of myself I hadn't known existed. Then another twist, a subtle yet profound shift. It wasn't just about romantic love. It was about self-acceptance, about embracing the complexities of my own identity, about acknowledging the hidden facets of my being. It was about understanding that love wasn't confined to societal norms, that it could bloom in unexpected places, in unexpected forms. My father's story, once a source of confusion and pain, became a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of love, even in the face of adversity. I started to see him differently, not as the stoic figurehead I'd always known, but as a man who had loved deeply, who had sacrificed for his family, who had carried a secret that had shaped his entire life. The attic, once a place of melancholic silence, became a sanctuary, a place where I could connect with his past, with the hidden depths of his heart. I found old letters, yellowed with age, written in a delicate, elegant script, letters filled with longing, with unspoken desires, with a love that had defied time and circumstance. They were a window into a world I'd never known, a world of hidden emotions, of unspoken truths. I realized then with a clarity that brought tears to my eyes that my father's love wasn't a burden but a gift, a legacy of courage and vulnerability. It was a reminder that love, in all its forms, was a force that could transcend societal boundaries, a force that could heal and transform. The city lights twinkled, a constellation of hope against the darkening sky. I held Liam's hand, his touch warm and reassuring, and I knew that our journey was just beginning, a journey of self-discovery, of love, of acceptance. It was a journey that was uniquely ours, a journey that was a testament to the power of a single kiss, a single moment of vulnerability, a single act of courage. The following months unfolded like a delicate, intricate tapestry woven with threads of shared laughter, quiet moments of intimacy, and the occasional inevitable pang of fear. We navigated the complexities of our newfound relationship, the societal whispers, the curious glances, the occasional hurtful remark. But through it all, we held on to each other, our love a beacon in the sometimes turbulent sea of life. I began to understand my father's quiet strength, the years of suppressed emotions, the silent battles he fought within himself. I visited him more often, the attic no longer a place of melancholic mystery, but a space of shared understanding. We talked not about the past, but about the present, about the small, everyday moments that made life worth living. He never explicitly mentioned the man in the photograph, but his eyes, once clouded with unspoken grief, now held a quiet acceptance, a sense of peace. I introduced him to Liam, a meeting that was both awkward and profoundly moving. My father, a man of few words, simply nodded, his eyes conveying a silent blessing, a quiet acknowledgement of the love that had blossomed between us. And then the final earth-shattering twist, the revelation that recontextualized everything. My father had known Liam's father. The man in the photograph, the love of his life, was Liam's father. They had been childhood friends, their love a secret whispered in stolen moments, a love that had been tragically cut short by societal pressures and unspoken expectations. Liam's father had moved away, forced to build a life he was not meant for, a life devoid of the love that defined him. My father had carried that loss, that unspoken love, for decades. It was a legacy, a painful, beautiful legacy, a legacy that had unknowingly connected us. The realization hit me like a tidal wave, a sense of destiny, a sense of interconnectedness that transcended time and circumstance. It wasn't just a kiss that had changed my life, it was a connection, a thread woven through generations, a testament to the enduring power of love. The moment he kissed me, I knew I was in love, not just with Liam, but with a love that defied boundaries, a love that transcended generations, a love that was a testament to the resilience of the human heart. It was a love that was a legacy, a love that was a homecoming. The rain began to fall again, a soft, gentle drizzle washing away the remnants of the past, leaving behind a clean slate, a future filled with hope and possibility. I looked at Liam, his eyes filled with a love that mirrored my own. And I knew with a certainty that resonated deep within my soul that our love story was just beginning, a story that was written in the stars, a story that was a testament to the enduring power of a single kiss, a single moment of vulnerability, a single act of courage.